is only war.
What is up, gents? So 40k Dirtbags here. We got a battle report for you today. This is a special battle report. This is playing Dan, and this is a 8 Demon Prince technically list for Chaos Space Marines. I built this a while ago when Chaos Space Marines came out. I was like, you can actually do this with the Law of 3 now. And since Demon Prince with Wings and Demon Prince Walking are two different categories now, two different, whatever the fuck you call them, data sheets, you can then add Chaos allies to bring in more Demon Princes. So we got a super fun battle report for you today. We're testing out our new layout for alternate universes in Blue Belt, Pennsylvania. We actually used this during the tournament that we just played at over the weekend. So me and Dan wanted to test out Monday Night Gaming to kind of see what we thought about it. It's basically just the mosh pit in the center. But if you guys are new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. If you like these types of battle reports, definitely leave it in the comments below. They are shorter than obviously the 3-hour battle reports that most people record on. You don't have to kind of go through it. Basically just talks about tactics, where we fucked up, where we could have improved, what we liked about our list, what we didn't like about our list, and also how you get to see specific models played on the tabletop. You don't have to go through all the dice rolls and all the banter back and forth, all that stuff. So let me know if you like these types of videos, because obviously there's a lot of them on the channel, and we're going to keep doing them because Monday Night Gaming is super loud at alternate universes because there's a lot of people there on Monday nights. So I don't want to kind of have background super loud noises in it. So let me know in the comments below what you liked, what you didn't like, and how we can improve on the channel. We did just buy a bunch of stuff for the battle bunker downstairs. A lot of bigger lights, cameras, all that stuff. So we are investing into making the production better for you guys. And that's all thanks to the Patreons. Patreons, you guys are fucking awesome. Thanks for supporting the channel. If you guys do like the videos and want to support the channel, head over to Patreon. All these videos go up first on patreon.com, and you have access to a Patreon chat on Discord specifically, and you get to message me one-on-one if you guys are competitive and Grandmaster Dirtbags as well. So make sure you're taking advantage of that. So let's get into the video. We're going to go over the lists really quick, both of them, and we're going to go over deployment and get right into the video. So we'll be back. All right, today we got 8 technically Demon Princes. We're leading off with the Nurgle Walking Demon Princes. 3 of them, and then we have the Flying Demon Princes, one with Slaanesh and the 5-up Film of Pain and Force Battle Shock. We have one with the Talisman of Burning Blood, which is Coenen, and then we have another flying, technically Demon Prince that I'm getting painted with the wings as another model. This is just a proxy model. And then we have a Demon Prince of Coenen flying, which is going to be in the Demon Codex. So we're allying with him, and then obviously Slyle, everybody's talking about this dude, slash chick, doing really well, so gets back up on a 2+. Then we have the Blue Scribes, which we have to put together still on the base. But then we have 2 units of 10 cultists, both in Nurgle. We have 3 units of 3 Nurglings. And then we have one big-ass Accursed Cultist unit, which we're testing out undivided. I'm not sure if we're going to make them Nurgle for this list specifically. But there's our 2,000-point Chaos Space Marine list. All right, Dan, what do we got today?
All right, we got Vanguard Onslaught. He is led by the Death Leaper. He's a really cool model now.
You want to bring him out? He looks awesome.
Just put them together. We got a Neuro Tyrant, a 3 Neuro Lifters, a Biovore, a Norn Emissary, 10 Gargoyles, a unit of 3 Pyrovores, an Exocrine, a Maleceptor, a unit of 6 Zoanthropes, 2 one-man Rippers, and then 2 6-man Tyranid Warriors with melee weapons.
Nice. And then what Tyranid cult are you?
It's Vanguard Onslaught, so it's the fast bugs.
All right, so those are the lists. Here's something new that we're testing out all the way to the left here. It goes over step by step each turn what secondaries we had. These are the pictures that we took throughout the game. This is the layout. So this is the mosh pit in the center. Deployment zone, we have ruins. Everything is basically line of sight. These green forests are actually ruins. We just have to get squares like Games Workshop has. Everything else is ruin, and basically all the bottom floor is WYSIWYG. It's all line of sight blocking. These are obviously open if you go into them. We are changing it up for the tournament. There is going to be kind of like a U open up to the center, so that way you can have some line of sight blocking if you're on the other side of it. Yeah, and this is the mission. So we did this slanted deployment. I believe it is 20 up, 8, 20 in, 8 up, and then 14 in, 10 up, with 1 directly in the center, and then you go directly 30 inches and then to the corner. And then everything else is simple. Basically, you can only get 10 and then 15 at the very end. So you hold 2 objectives, you get 10 points, and at the end you get 5 points for each objective market that you're at. So potentially 25 at the end. So first off, this is our deployment. I put everything, pretty aggressively. I did kind of mess up playing this. If I were to play this game again, I definitely would deploy almost all my Demon Princes on the table. Having some of them off the table, I was kind of handicapped a little bit turn 1 and turn 2 because I had to wait till they come in for them to actually move up and do something. So, and with NIDs, if you're playing NIDs, if you haven't played NIDs yet, NIDs are really good with deep strikes and stuff like that, because if they roll 2+, you have to do a battle shock test with the unit coming in, and if you fail, obviously you can't do any stratagems or anything like that. So that was the first thing that I noticed playing NIDs again for the second time with the same list, is I should have put more Demon Princes on the table. So we put our Nurgle up front here. We have 2 Slaaneshes right here. I did paint some of these guys as well, the Demon Princes, so they're a little bit easier to decipher in the next videos. But we have 2 Slaanesh Demon Princes. The one with the big guy is the Feel No Pain, and then we have a Nurgle Demon Prince down here, and another Nurgle one behind this wall right here. Cultists, Nurglings, Blue Scribes, and then another unit Cultist back here. He put the infiltrate guys up front right there, and there he has a redeploy if he doesn't go first. Gargoyles right up front, the big dude over there, and then all the warriors kind of up front to be super aggressive. So he ends up getting turn 1. Now what the gargoyles can do is they basically have move, shoot, move. So he forgot that he has to try and do cleanse turn 1. So he has to move up, and he wanted to shoot and then spread out, but he wanted to cleanse because he obviously forgot to cleanse. So he wants to move up, and then he cleansed in the center instead of shooting. So he still was able to block a little bit in the center, but he would have been able to block almost the entire line right there. And he wanted to move him so that way my guys couldn't get anywhere near his big guy over here. Because if I move 14, which are super fast, I can move 14, hop over because I fly, but if I can't land anywhere because I'm within 1 inch of the opponent, I can't land there. So that was his intent, but he forgot that he had cleanse, so he had to cleanse instead. And then he had to bring it down, which obviously he couldn't do because all my stuff was pretty far back and all his bees couldn't get to me. And then my turn 1, I had secure no man's land and bring it down. So he cleansed in this corner over here and the center, obviously. And he brought on these Zoanthropes for 1 CP. You can bring them in 1 turn earlier, so you can actually come in turn 1, which is insane. And he knows Nurgle has the can't shoot me outside of 12 inches. So my Demon Prince that was here was basically shot by all these guys over here. I think I did spend 1 CP to make a -1 to hit because you still have stealth. And then if you're Nurgle and if you're outside 12, you can't be shot at. So I still did the stealth, so he was still -1 to hit. He took me down to 3 wounds. So he did 7 damage to me with all these guys coming in. And then on my turn, I basically just scooted up to try and get into combat and try and kill him with this dude. And then the Nurglings scooted up. Again, we have secure no man's land, so we have to try and control 1 objective in the center and 1 in our own deployment zone, which is one of the easiest ones, and then bring it down. So my bringing down target probably would have been this guy because he's the furthest one towards us. I don't have a lot of guns in this list. So I'm like, do I go for it? Do I try and kill the big guy turn 1? And he's super tanky. Once he gets to the center objective, he's even more tanky. He has a 5-up Feel No Pain and like 16 fucking wounds. So I'm like, all right, let's test it out. It's a fun game. We're going to test it. We're just going to go fucking balls to the wall and throw 2 Demon Princes This is what I'm saying. If I had another Demon Prince, I probably would have killed him. But 2 Demon Princes with wings, flying forward to try and go after this guy. Now, when they charge in, they roll the amount of wounds that they have left, and on a 4+, they take mortal wounds. So that was my hope, to try and go in there. And when I made the charge, on both of them. I think I had to reroll one of them. But I made the charge, or failed the charge, rerolled it, made it, and then made the other one. I rolled really shitty on the first one. I think I did like 2, maybe 1. Like I rolled really bad on the 4-ups. And then he has a 5-up Feel No Pain, I think, or a 6-up Feel No Pain, whatever. I think he has a 5-up Feel No Pain. And then the other guy went in and rolled like straight 6. Like 6 is the max. So it was max. So he went in and just did 6 fucking mortal wounds right out. And I only took him down 3. So I was like, that is not a good sign. I needed him to fail his saves. And he did not. And then I rolled like shit on the first one. So I didn't do enough wounds to him to kind of go in to then try and beat his face afterwards. So we failed to kill him. Everything else kind of screwed up and took out the gargoyles over here. I wanted the Nurglings to basically move up, charge, get in way of the warriors over here to try and block them out and be -1 to hit. The Demon Prince move over, stole the objective over here, base to base these guys, and I think killed like 2 of them. So I took him down to 6 wounds after all of the attacks. So that's tanky boy. Tanky boy. So we killed, I believe, 2 of these guys down here with the Nurgling Demon Prince. And then this is what we did with the Nurgling. So we basically consolidated and did this, so that way these guys had to run around or charge these guys. And then he did his attack backs and took this Demon Prince down to 3 wounds. So now it's his turn to clap back. I had my Nurglings come down. They ran up to block this side. So how they started on the table was they were right here. That's where they started. So they were right there. And then basically on my turn, they advanced up to just get behind that wall on the other side there. And I put him there again for the -1 to hit or within 6 inches of him, and just to block because he doesn't have any fly over here. Yeah, so the only fly is like that character in the warrior unit. So I'm basically blocking out this side of the table for my cursed cultists that had rapid ingress on this side. I didn't want to get within 12 inches of the flamers that were over here, and I didn't want to be within 18 inches of this big ass blast gun right here. So I was 18 inches away, rapid ingress onto the point, and just waited a turn so that way when he moves up, I can then advance and charge and try and take over this flank. He put down a fucking Ripper Swarm or a Biovore guy right here where this tape measure is, because I was going to come in over here. But with the Biovores, you can put down a Spore Mine and just place it. So he basically placed it right here, which blocks out 18 inches of my side of the table, which is just dumb. That should not happen at all. So he placed the Spore Mine over here. So now I can't come in on this side with my rapid ingress. So I'm forced to come in on the top side up here, which I would rapid ingress Cursed Cultist unit every single fucking time. So rapid ingress over here. His character lictor comes in over here. These 2 big guys move up. The flamers move up. And this guy, I think, backs up because he can fall back, shoot, and charge. Or something with a strat. All right, and then this is basically where we ended up. So I have my 2 Demon Princes, which basically died to shooting. Like the one Feel No Pain died to the shooting attacks from all these guys. And then the charge from the other dude killed that guy. And then this guy charged into my swarms. And he almost didn't kill him. So he killed him to the wound with the extra attacks that the big guys have. And if he doesn't kill them, the swarm was actually off the objective right here. So if I left this guy alive, so if he doesn't kill this one guy, his big guy would have been off the objective and not being able to consolidate because he's already base to base. So he killed him to the fucking wound with this unit. So if he doesn't do that, then these guys, the Nids that charged, the warriors that charged my swarms and my Demon Prince, he had to base to base the whatever he could. So he had to base to base all the Nurglings, and he only got 2 or 3 into my Demon Prince here. So if that one dude was alive, these guys would have had to pile into that thing and waste attacks on that thing instead of my Demon Prince, and then this big guy would have been off the objective. So it would have just been amazing, but he killed all 3 swarms, which got rid of my -1 to hit aura and put him on the objective. But at least he only has 6 wounds left. So these guys basically come in, don't get as many attacks as you wanted. These guys were on the other side of the ruin in the back corner. So they basically hopped out, charged, and killed my Nurgle Demon Prince on the bottom here. So I still have 1 Nurgle Demon Prince here. I have a couple of Demon Princes in reserves. I have my Blue Scribes. Let's see if this guy dies. No, this guy lives on, I believe, 4 wounds in the center. So his turn 2, he had no prisoners, which he easily got by killing the Nurglings and some Demon Princes, and then he had extend battle lines, which he got as well. So if he controlled 2 objectives in No Man's Land, he gets it, which he controlled the bottom, and he controlled the center. And then our turn 2, we had 10 for primary because we controlled this top objective, we controlled our home objective, and then we had tempting target, which he picked. I think it was like this one. There was absolutely no way that I was getting to that one. And defend stronghold. So I was like, all right, cool, I can get 3 points this turn. So on my turn, we actually made some pretty good fucking charges. We brought in our 2 Khorne Demon Princes, one with the crazy Talisman of Burning Blood, which is my favorite Demon Prince ever. Honestly, oh my god, he's just so good. We brought in Salaxi, the Nurgle moved up, the other Chaos Demon Prince with wings moved up and charged. So we actually made 2 9-inch charges with these guys, which obviously helped out a lot. The Nurgle Demon Prince charged this guy, and then Salaxi failed her charge. The Nurglings moved up and charged the Lictor over here, and then the Accursed Cultist advanced and charged the Lictor and the 2 big guys up the top there. So my goal is just try and take over one flank with the Accursed Cultist, which is kind of what we did. So we were able to kill the full squad of warriors here with the 2 Demon Princes. We finished off the big guy with this Demon Prince, and the Nurglings kind of just were being a nuisance with the -1 to hit against these warriors and the Lictor. And then these guys kind of moved up and charged both the big guys and the Lictor. So this is the end of that turn. So I left a fucking spot here for a Ripper to deep strike for him to get what was it? He had tempting target and investigate signal. So he was able to investigate in this corner with the Ripper perfectly because I just didn't block out 9 inches. So look at that measurement. That was just a fuck up. If I was like half an inch this way, he would have lost out on 2 points for investigate signals, but it's fine. And then we got defend stronghold that turn as well because he wasn't able to get anybody on my objective. So this is his backfield. He still has a lot left. He's got the Biovore, 3 of the Flamer guys, the big dude. This guy only had 2 wounds left because we charged in with the 6 big Cursed Cultists with 66 plus 12 attacks. Full rerolls to hit, full rerolls to wound. I wasn't able to do any stratagems on them because of Battle Shocked. Every time they came in, they Battle Shocked, and then he forced me to do another Battle Shock, and I failed. So basically, I just kept failing Battle Shocks. So I wasn't able to do the full rerolls until like turn 5. So then he has these guys that came in. They went off the board, then came back in the board on this side. So he basically is just castling up in his home field objective now. He gets tempting target he wasn't able to do. Investigate signals, he got 4. And then for this one, he got storm hostile objective and secure no man's land. So if he can control 1 in the center, and then hold his home, and then also storm hostile objective. So he has to take over objective that I had before. So since I was able to hold his home objective, all I had to do was take over the home objective, and then he gets the 5 points. So that was pretty easy for him. Everything else basically moved up. We deep struck these Nurglings back here in case I needed to do like a cleanse or something. Nurglings kind of spread out over here. Sile advanced up. The Death Guard Demon Prince is still alive. This guy, the Chaos Demon Prince, has 4 wounds left. the other Demon Prince had to split off and go down here to try and take over this backfield objective, because I'm just giving him 5 points every single turn at this point. Like, this one solo dude from the beginning of the game just got him so many points on this objective. So I'm like, all right, I have to do something about this objective down here. So we're sending our speed 12 fucking crazy Coenen Demon Prince down to try and deal with them. And then he's got another dude all the way in this back corner here, over here. Biovore is just chilling out. And then the Lictor fucking survived on 1 wound over here. So after all of my Accursed Cultists died from all of the shooting, I think I had my character left on the other side of this wall here. And then she basically was making Accursed Cultists every single turn. So I was able to make 3 Accursed Cultists, 3 Accursed Cultists, and then I made a bigger Accursed Cultist over the last 2 turns. So basically my character lived. One Accursed Cultist lived, and then my character lived, and they ran basically behind the wall. And they just kind of chilled there. So I just kept making dudes every single turn, because I make him in the command phase in his turn and make him in the command phase in my turn. So then the blue scribes came out in the center to get me cleanse and capture enemy outposts. So I have to capture his outpost, which I basically have just all my Demon Princes running forward. So I have this guy OPSEC 3, this guy OPSEC 3, this guy OPSEC 2. The Accursed Cultist kind of running up, so I just have to kill this guy and then basically pile onto the objective to try and get that, which I do. So I get 8, 5, and 3 because I defend Stronghold from the turn before. So basically just kind of going into his backfield right now. So we were able to kill that guy, pile into the objective, get on the objective, Accursed Cultists charge in, and then we take over this objective with 6 OPSEC. So then also down here, we kind of hold this objective because we killed that last guy finally. So we make the charge, kill it, consolidate back on the objective. So now this guy has done his job. He's just kind of chilling on that objective, getting me points. The Biovore comes in over here because he gets storm hostile objective, secure no man's land, and then he gets capture enemy outposts and deploy teleport homers. So basically he walks this guy in to deploy teleport homer in my my side of the board. So he gets 5 points for deploy teleport homers on turn 5, but he isn't able to control any objectives. So I basically spread out all over the table. This guy is OPSEC 0, so I control the center, this one, and this one with my cultist because it's sticky. And then he doesn't have anything left over here to beat my OPSEC with all my Accursed Cultists and my 3 Demon Princes. So he basically gets a 0 on turn 5 for primary, and then a 0 for the secondary primary. And then he isn't able to capture my enemy outpost, and he gets 5 for deployed teleport homers. So our turn 5, we get no prisoners and overwhelming force. So we have to basically kill people on objectives. So he has this Ripper Swarm on an objective, and then he has these guys over here on an objective. So basically we just move up, kill everything, leave these guys off the objective. This guy left the objective over here because we already have 1, 2, and then 3, so we don't really need him to be on the objective. So we go up just to get no prisoners by killing that top guy over here, and then the Ripper Swarm moved over here. The blue scribes fell back just to kind of like do his aura thing, and that was basically it. We almost tabled him. And this is going to be the end of the game. All right, Dan. So, end of the game. What was the final score?
It was 100 to 66. 100 was you.
Alrighty. And what did you like about your list?
I like all the tricks that Vanguard Onslaught has, but it's just not the right balance of killy and combat tricks.
Mm-hmm. And did you like that really big guy?
Which really? Oh no.
With the oh really? You don't like him? I thought you said you liked him.
I mean, like,
he was like tanky.
He did something this game. But like he's 290 points. Do you know how many things I could have for 290 points?
So just a ton of warrior units added.
Like either another warrior unit or more shooting, like actually to kill you. Not get tagged and have all my blast shooting not be able to shoot for a turn. That would be nice.
Okay. And what did you think about the 8 Demon Princes? or 7.5?
I think it's like low key good.
You really think so?
Yeah, I mean it's memey, but it's like low key good.
And what's your favorite Demon Prince?
Just the wings.
The wing guys.
The wings. I'm gonna go to sleep tonight. I'm just gonna hear flapping.
the corn one I think is insane with the Talisman of Burning Blood.
Yeah.
Anything you would change about the 8 Demon Prince?
No, I think you should fail more battle shock tests.
Yes. The Curse Cultist not being able to use a strat all game is hilarious. And then when it could, it used grenade like twice.
In like one turn.
Yeah, it's
like
funny.
One battle round.
Right.
Or whatever it was.
Cool. Well, I appreciate the game, Dan.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, so that was the end of the game. Great game against Dan as always. We finished up the score with 90-56. He gets a 25 for primary, 31 out of 40 for secondaries, which is pretty good. I think the biggest thing was me trying to stop his primary, and then on turn 5 not getting any primary, even with the secondary primary, was huge. So we were able to spread out enough, even with so few models. They're just all Demon Princes. What helped out was the Accursed Cultists being in the list, so that way they can kind of bully a board and come in from rapid ingress to kind of help out by taking objectives and just tying a lot of things up, because with 8 Demon Princes, you can't tie up enough. Your guys are going to die. So having extra units in the list for secondary specifically and tying up the board, Accursed Cultists are very good with this list. So then for us, we had 50 for primary because we got 25 at the end, and then 40 out of 40 for the secondaries, and obviously it would have been 100 to 66 if we added in the paint scores. So it's a fun game, super fun list. If you guys want to test it out, basically most of these are 3D print models. Selaxi is 3D printed. All of the Demon Princes are 3D printed. The big tall one is a Warhammer model, the vampire dragon thing. That one is an actual Games Workshop model. And I believe all of the other ones are 3D printed. Really cool prints on Etsy right now. I wouldn't recommend running this and buying, all these Demon Princes. If you have them lying around, just fucking use them. I have a bunch of regular Games Workshop Demon Princes that they're all broken and in bits. So I just wanted to 3D print and put them on the table. So they're all cut, they're all different, which is cool. Because that's what every Demon Prince is different. So if you guys want to test this list out, I would recommend buying, cheaper, smaller models on Etsy to kind of just throw them on the table and play it that way, or make your own custom Games Workshop Demon Princes and just maybe find them on eBay or something cheap somewhere. It's just a fun list. What I would really change is starting more on the table, and the Nurgle Demon Princes, they're really tanky. I think I would start them on the table more aggressively. And the Corn Demon Princes, I think I would also start on the table. Because I was thinking of coming in and doing a secondary with them, but I already have Selaxi coming in doing secondaries. I have all the Nurglings doing secondaries. I have the Blue Scribes, the Cultists, all of them doing secondary, so I'm not sure if I need a Demon Prince to do a secondary. So starting them on the table I think would be better, so that way I can be more aggressive by killing a big thing first, and then kind of spreading out and going from there. So that's going to be my next test, but I am painting this army to get them on the table for you guys to kind of show you a fully painted Demon Prince army, which would be really cool. And my Accursed Cultists are now almost fully painted. I was painting them last night on stream, so I have 3 units of Accursed Cultists fully painted for LVO. So that's going to be fun to put on the table as well. Fully painted army, Accursed Cultists. So let me know what you guys think about these videos. A lot of them are coming up on the channel. Most of them come up on Patreon first, so that way you guys get to watch them right when they drop, instead of waiting a week or 2 weeks or even 3 weeks now because of a wedding coming up, to drop up on YouTube. So thank you for the support again. If you guys are interested in joining Patreon, stay tuned for the end and head over to patreon.com. But we are also ordering dice come November. They should be coming in, and then we're going to order another 1,000 more because there's so many more colors that I really want, but they were sold out. So guys, appreciate it. Thanks for clicking on the video, and we will see you in another video soon. What's up, my Patreon? So thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you guys are new here, there's so much content coming up on Patreon. We're going to continue to grow the channel. We got other dirtbags joining the channel to make it a huge camaraderie Dirtbag Nation for you guys up on the Patreon. We have other factions joining the Dirtbags as well. It's not just going to be specifically 4 factions that we play all the time. We are really good at those 4 factions, but we have other really good players joining the Dirtbags, and we really want to grow the channel as much as possible. And it really is all thanks to the support from you guys donating, getting competitive Dirtbags, the Grandmasters. All of you guys are just, thank you so much. This video is really just made to give thanks to you guys who are either joining as you're watching this video or have joined over the past couple months. You guys have seen me live at tournaments and GTs, and even have flown out and met me, Cooper, to basically just hang out with us all weekend. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. More is going to grow from the channel in 2024, and I just can't wait to grow the Dirtbag Nation as much as we possibly can. So again, thank you so much, and appreciate you joining the Dirtbag Nation.